Alright, welcome back everybody. And by everybody I mean the couple people who show up on YouTube. Everyone else, pretty much nobody on Twitch. If anybody does want to come hang out, you can always find me up there. I do stream a little bit later in the evening. Start streams typically around 12 p.m. standard time, Eastern. Right now, I'm still in the process of hunting Bidoof. Having a good old time, just relaxing. Nobody saw that. As per usual, we're just sitting here trying to go through and catch a bunch of Bidoofs. Not for any particular reason. We do want to try to get a shiny. We have completed most of the pokedex entry for Bidoof. The only thing that we have left is the quest that is open for it, but we do not have that available to us at this time. So now we're just wait until we get a shiny. Which pretty much means that we get to walk in a bunch of circles. I am out of Pokeballs. And if y'all do end up liking these videos, I know that they are kind of bare bones at the moment, because it's just me by myself, pretty much, hanging out. But if y'all do like it, I would really appreciate if y'all would like and subscribe the video and to my channel, because the faster I'm able to grow and people come hang out with me, the more enjoyable things will be. Not just for me, but for other people. Good thing we have plenty of Oran berries for no particular reason. Hopefully it'll be useful at a later date. By the time that we actually get the shiny, we're going to be overpowered. In the middle of all of this, we still have to do plenty of resource gathering, because without Pokeballs, it's kind of hard to catch Pokemon. But I think that kind of goes without saying. And I know that this is a pretty unorthodox way of playing. And also for shiny hunting. This is really my first attempt of doing anything like this. Last time that I was really into playing and hunting shinies of any kind was whenever I was doing a lot of competitive battling. And that was all the way back in X and Y, whenever you could pretty much do Masuda method all day long and get shinies at a pretty decent rate. But with the new games and everything, it became a lot more tedious almost. And my wife was a person who always said, hey, you should actually try going and hunting for them, like, in a different kind of way. Enjoy the game some instead of just walking back and forth. And then I was like, yeah, that's possible. But one thing that I didn't really think about is that it's like, okay, you're actually doing something whenever you're going out, catching Pokemon, relaxing, instead of just walking back and forth hatching eggs. The thing that made it so intentional of wanting to do it with the eggs made it where it was more of a thing to do if you were trying to get like a competitive team with a shiny. So it made it much more tantalizing to actually want to do it that way, because then it's like, oh, you're actually playing for something and you get like a really cool, useful Pokemon out of it at the end. And then you look at it and like trying to actually play in the competitive field these days doesn't really seem as fun anymore. Every single time that a new game comes out, the meta shifts so drastically, but also at the same time almost none at all. Same Pokemon that were strong then are strong now, and the ones that are strong now may be something completely brand new. And then there's always a new mechanic. And yes, I know that this mechanic is just as different as everything else, but it really felt like it cracked the mold whenever it came to what you're actually doing. Yeah, you do pretty much the same process in Pokemon Go and Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu, but this one feels like you're really doing something versus going in and, I don't know, like, you go into an encounter and then you're not like in the world anymore. You're in this own little thing that the world has created, not really the process of like being in the giant field where everything is constantly shifting and changing and new Pokemon are showing up, and you can literally just come up, boop it with a ball, and run away. And if you catch it, cool. If not, that's okay. So it became more of a thing of me no longer wanting to do a lot of the RPG aspects of games. Because, like, at some point, Pokemon has been the same formula for about 20 years. Changes a little bit here and there, and for the most part, it still seems fun, entertaining, and always changing. But then it's kind of, I don't know. This felt like a big step in a direction that made it fresh. It has something for you to do that isn't consistently the same thing. And of course, it gives it that same feel that it's like you're playing Pokemon. You still battle with Pokemon. You still go out, you catch, you evolve stuff, you look for new things. But then it's like a whole new level of like the Pokedex isn't just, oh, you caught it. It's, hey, we've caught this many. We have data varying ranges of big, small, all that. So it has a lot of the aspects of a couple games that came before it. But then, like, your Pokedex is a large reason on, like, why you've progressed in this game. It's the same reason that right now, where I'm only catching Bidoofs, and I have almost a perfect page for just Bidoofs, but I'm not able to get any further than that guy over there on the bridge. And it's like, with this small area that I'm given a plethora of things for me to be able to look at, collect, see, and be able to interact with. That feels like whenever you go to another game, unless you're going to like some of the older games, it's just not there at the level that you would expect it to be. And like, considering that this is a large open world environment and it feels like there's always something to do in it, feels like we're actually making progress. And then whenever you look at the mainline games that have been coming out recently, like the Scarlet Violet games, it just felt like a mess. Like, where we just went in and put a whole bunch of stuff there and just did it as quickly as possible and made a couple gimmick things and said, yeah, this will change the meta enough to keep it fresh. And it's like, sometimes I don't really want it to be fresh, but I don't want it to be where it's like, okay, we need something to change the meta and do this entire process over again whenever the next game comes out. Like, we had it where pretty much up to, I think, not Diamond and Pearl, but up to like Black and White 2, where things were very consistently the same thing, and you got new Pokemon every single time it came around. And I knew that, like, eventually it was going to be something where, like, you would come in and it needed to be something where it, like, wasn't the same Pokemon using the same moves and all that stuff to really make things different. But then, whenever you look at it and see that, like, okay, if we make something different by just including new Pokemon or like making a new area and don't like include like new like mechanics, like the whole thing with going and doing like the mega evolutions, like you needed to have an item for it, it was temporary, it changed the game a lot, and it made it entertaining to go and like find those particular things to be able to do it. Cool. It was actually really interesting and it worked for the game. X and Y felt very fresh, new. And it's like, if you kept that going for a while, you could definitely continue to have a game that kept up the process of like having something that didn't feel like you're just paying for the same game over and over again. And then whenever you really go through and look at it and say, okay, we need to do this again. And it's like, okay, why are we doing this again? Well, it's because everybody enjoyed whenever the game was new last time, so we need to do it again this time. But should we have to make a ground-breaking game every single time that we want a new game? And then we need to pump it out in a year? Because, like, if you're going to make something that is able to make record sales, everyone enjoys it, it's, like, insane, everyone's super hype about it, and then, like, you do it in a year, it's like, yeah, that's great. But, like, considering how games are these days, it's very difficult for you to take a decent sized team and say, okay, we're gonna make this insane thing in a year. No problems, we can do this. 1 year. It's like, okay, yeah, do it, go ahead. But it seems that you get lower and lower results each time that you go through that process. Because that's a shiny Ponyta. That is a shiny Ponyta. Okay. So, that's a shiny Ponyta. And it's level 4. Awesome. So, we're gonna throw a Pokeball at it. Okay. Alright, cool. We're gonna just keep throwing Pokeballs at this, because I do not have anything that is weak enough to be able to fight this. We got a shiny Ponyta! Okay, so, awesome. We have a new team member. I'm gonna need some help naming this, because, first shiny of this challenge, and it's not even the Pokemon that I'm hunting for originally. I don't know what to say. Because we're sitting here at almost 400 Bidoops, and we get a shiny Ponyta first. I'm actually, dumbfounded, and I don't know how I can talk, because... Okay. Yeah. That's great. Hopefully with this we can finally go to a new area. So I'm gonna walk back, because I need time to actually process that. I think this is somewhere where it's a challenge that takes about 260 some different Pokemon that we are able to catch for this Pokedex, and be able to do this challenge with. And the fact that our first Pokemon is not the one that we've been spending this entire time catching, and that we have a shiny Ponyta. So now that we have the first shiny of the run, we now have to actually swap over to it as our main Pokemon, because it's a shiny Ponyta. It needs to be our main guy. I think I'm going to wait a little bit to name him at this moment, because that's awesome. It's genuinely awesome. I'm gonna keep hunting for a while, because I still want Bidoof. But I think we can now finally go get our first star, and relax for just a moment. All right. So we have caught a total of 6 different Pokemon. Our first one being a Bidoof. And then, of course, a couple other. But the fact that our first shiny of the challenge is a Ponyta is amazing. And the fact that it wasn't even using it for the mission, that makes it where it's supposed to be, like, shows up on its own. Pretty impressive, honestly. Alright, with this, we now have access to a couple more items, such as the Heavy Ball. Great for heavier enemies. Helps guarantee catches. But I don't think we need to do that process right now, just because we still have a ton of Bidoofs to hunt for. This is great music. We are about to get swept. Okay. I need to swap out my Pokemon. Alright. So, I am definitely going to need help naming our new shiny Ponyta. So, if you have any ideas at all, please either drop them in chat in Twitch, or, of course, message me on Discord, or, of course, you can also just leave a comment on YouTube. Because I have no idea what to name this guy. Okay. Hopefully, Pikachu is not very high level, because Ponyta's literally has one move. Oh, this is not going to be fun. I'm sorry, Ponyta. Could have probably just done that in the first place. Okay, I need to definitely put all the other Pokemon back so we can get all of the XP for Ponyta. I love that they actually include a type chart in this game. That is so useful. All the Bidooфs. Okay. Let's go hunt some more Bidooфs. Please don't try to actually fight me again. Wonderful. Do I not have a mushroom already? Oh well. Alright, we got some new areas, so I do want to definitely check and see if there's anywhere else that has Bidoof. I believe there are a couple other spawn places that we can get some stronger Bidoofs. I have enough stars. I like her pants. Not really. My Pokemon is literally level 5. I will get swiped. Ah, okay. We will be back whenever my Pokemon is like level 10 or so. So for the time being, we are going to continue to hunt Bidoofs. If we keep going through this process, we should... No, wrong Pokemon. We are very close to hitting 400. The fact that this game has it where, like, you technically do shiny encounters for every single Pokemon that you go by, it is hilarious that if you go through and you just keep catching and catching and catching, that you wouldn't eventually catch the actual Pokemon that you're intending to be shiny. Instead of, oh, it's a Ponyta. Though I am really happy. I know that there is one that you can get from a quest, and that one is like specifically a planted shiny to show that it is a mechanic, which is, I think, really cool. But I'm really hoping that it's not like, oh, you caught a shiny Ponyta, it's the one from the quest, whenever I actually get to the quest, because then I'm going to feel very sad. So hopefully we get a second Ponyta shiny. Maybe Blue Raspberry for the Blue Flame. Definitely want to do something like equestrian style, so like possibly a name with like a funny gimmick on it that has to do with like horse racing, or like horses that have been in horse racing. I know that they have tons of crazy names for Pokemon, or for horses in real life and everything. I feel like the same should happen with horses in video games, because they get some really interesting ones. Also, it's going to take a very long time to actually get to Star 2. A new quest! Very cute boy, we are not getting a Kricketot anytime soon. I am sorry. I do not have any mushrooms, apparently. Still. Alright, I definitely want to get Ponyta to like level 10 before we try to continue. So this may take us a little bit. Alright, Ponyta is now level 8, 2 more levels, and we can go explore some. Good thing these little guys always stay relatively still. almost level 9, and then we can... We'll attempt it at level 9. Depending on how I feel. Very convenient that they actually made all of the spawns for Bidoof in a relatively round circle. You can actually get some like over there next to those two trees, but typically once you go through this and refresh 2 or 3 times, it seems that they don't like to spawn over there. I'm not exactly sure why. Probably because there's a giant Rapidash over there that wants to probably stomp on them. Alright, so that's level 9. We can attempt it. Okay, I'm back with 1 Ponyta and a bunch of Bidoofs. Ooh, that hurt. Ah. I don't think this is gonna go well. Ooh. Yeah, I'm dead. Okay, so we're gonna send a Bidoof in. We're gonna revive Ponyta. I never made revives. Okay, so I need to go empty my party out before I actually go into battles. Thingamy. I think what you mean to say is thingamajig. Oh, whatchamacallit. Oh, what's a who's it? Okay. Mission that I can't complete for like Neon. Oh, you need Pokemon for cherry berries? Take these. Wonderful. Thank you for the extra Pokeballs. What's up, Jew, dude? I don't think hunting Starly is going to be that difficult. Okay. You want me to go fight that? Level 10 Pokemon, you want me to go fight that? Yeah, even Ponyta's looking at me like, what am I thinking? Yeah, no. We're going back to Bidoof. Do I have any more data on where they spawn? Is it going to give me any specifics? Okay, so I don't have the other data for where they spawn, which means I need to go find it at the very slow pace that I walk. Plenty of Starlies everywhere to hunt, though. There is fall damage in this game. I should take the slow way down. Tons of these guys all over the place. Oh, something's hunting me. Oh, they want to give me their mushrooms so I can be a fun guy. I think where we need to go is somewhere down here. Hi, Bidoof. And it ran away. Oh, so it actually lets me go like pretty much all the way down there now. Okay. Hey. So we're getting a couple Bidoofs over here, but not really enough. It's definitely helping for getting XP. But as far as being able to actually hunt Bidoof, I don't think this is going to be a very good place. I think we're going to have to go back to the start. Yeah, that's what I thought. And it's not going to willingly spawn new ones here, is it? I can check the other side of the beach, though. That really does boost the XP by so much. Caught unawares. Oh, I just noticed Ponyta's XP. Or not XP, but HP. Nice. And it is now gone. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and fast travel back here. We're going to turn in our data. And we will work that into our regular route, even though it's going to take a while. Soon enough, we're going to be at almost quarter odds. We're almost to an eighth right now, actually. One thing I am definitely not looking forward to is actually shiny hunting a alpha Pokemon, because pretty much any Pokemon that is on the map as a shiny or as an alpha, I want to shiny hunt those instead of using the regular intended evolution. That goes for pretty much every single Pokemon that is also like an evolved form. So since there's Starlies, then Starabias, and Staraptors that appear on the map. I will be going over those all individually, because the point of this is to, at the end of it, have a shiny living dex, and I want to have as much of a fun experience with this as possible as far as shiny hunting. So I do want to continue it as much as possible. So instead of it being where it's like, okay, we're gonna get one of each evolution pattern, I do want it to be one of each individual Pokemon when and if ever possible. Don't yell at me. Mushroom. Bye-bye. There's a Bidoof. Okay. Alright. With that round being over, what I want to do is go ahead and put all these Bidoofs back. Use a little bit of grit on Ponyta, and then go beat the Alpha real quick. I want to be able to fast travel when need be. Awesome. Okay, so you're not able to actually give Pokemon items in this game, which is too bad. Nope, not catching anything. They still add to the encounters, though. Just climb this mountain one more time, and then we should be able to fast travel. And hopefully soon we can move a little bit faster than this. Will it let me strike you from behind? Nope. Okay. Ooh, that aerial ace hurts. Okay, we need to be a little bit stronger than this then. Okay, that's nice. Let's try again. Okay, if we just double Ember, I think we'll be good. Yeah, we'll be fine with that. Bada boom, bada bing. Am I gonna be allowed to ride it now? Yay, a base camp. Hooray for fast travel. The fact that catching one shiny allows us to do so much. Oh, and also catching almost 450 Bidoof. That also helps. Alright, let's rock. They totally had the hots for each other. Where's the good old-fashioned Platinum Clan? Ah, yes. So now we can do the Bidoof quest. Okay, so we need to catch a Geodude. The quests that I may complete in like a year. Yeah, for right now, this is still a one-man band. Hi, Nurse Joy. Thank you for the actual good advice. Anything down here? No. Okay. Well, let's get a move on. We got Beedoops to catch. And I want to at least hit 500 before we wrap up. We are about to spend so much money on satchel space. For no reason, too. And this is where it starts getting expensive. Alright, and I think that is enough for now. I have plenty of extra space now. I don't need any more. Oh, Beedoof quest. All these requests. Hi, Valo. Please don't make me battle you again. Oh, thanks. Three Beedoofs is not a lot. Okay, so I need a Bidoof on my team. I can do that. If you're about to ask for Oran berries, I have so many. Can I get one Bidoof, please? Thank you. Okay, so now I have to actually go and find it. I need wood. Okay. Is there a beat-up around? That is not being done for a long time. They're so cute. Alright, one down. I'm really not good at finding these. There's one. One more. feel like I'm missing something. It doesn't help that I have so many Bidooфs already nearby. Did there even be Pokemon out this way? Nothing. I have no idea where this third Bidoof is. Really? Yeah, I guess that works. Heck yeah. With that should be pretty much a perfect Pokedex for Bidoof. Perfect. Alright. We're back at it. Wait. No, it doesn't matter. So, now that we have a shiny dex entry, and we also have a complete Pokedex entry for Bidoof, and we have now gotten over 450, soon to be 500, we can continue hunting. Our target is still a nice old shiny Bidoof. Wurmple. Still not a shiny. I rushed to the wrong time. The fact that it presumes that I don't want the Bidoof. This theme did not need to go this hard. Okay, so if you ever played the original Diamond and Pearl games, or even Platinum, if you weren't actually scared of going up against Cynthia, you were like the bravest person ever. Because her entire theme going up to it literally gave me chills whenever I first played the game. And I played it whenever I was, I think, like 12 or 13. Platinum was the first game that I actually went through and did an entire pokedex on and everything. Did not have a living dex, but was pretty close. There were a couple key things that I was missing. I really couldn't figure it out, and since there was much less access to the internet back then, whenever it came down to a large part of actually getting online and everything, it was not as easy to find people to trade with. There wasn't Twitch or anything like that, so there wasn't huge communities doing stuff like this. It was like a couple people online that posted videos relatively close to what I was doing now, but of course probably a little bit better quality. Because pretty much all I'm doing right now is like going on Twitch, streaming. After I'm done streaming, I immediately upload it. A couple people come and say hi. Not too many, though. But what's crazy is that, like, I'll go and post this on YouTube, and even though that I'm doing something as simple as going and looking around in a video game, going in circles over and over again, that people come and look at the video. Maybe 20, 30 people today, tomorrow, in a week, maybe 100. Not bad. Just enjoying doing it. Because honestly, it gives me an excuse to talk to myself. Not saying I'm crazy, but, you know. The nice thing about it is that it's something for me to kind of relax with after work. So, even if it's something that, like, nobody really enjoys, doesn't really look at, I don't mind it. Because I'm not really here for, like, making money or anything like that. And I'm certainly not any good at making videos. Like, pretty much this is more just like me hanging out after I get off my main job. Come over here, hang out for a little bit. Pretty much by myself. So it changes absolutely nothing for me. Because whether I'm by myself or with a bunch of people, I'm still having a good time. And would I prefer people to come by? Of course. But, like, it doesn't really change anything if I come up here, spend an hour or two, play this game, that game, or the other. Of course, if you look at the other content that I do, a lot of it is roguelikes, because that is by far my favorite genre of game, because it has endless content. But then you have, like, the Wind Waker randomizers. That's something that really gets my mind going, because I'm solving puzzles, even though it's a lot done by a program that already... Excuse me, I'm yawning. So, like, a large part of it is done by the tracker. As soon as I figure out how to make the tracker look nice, I'm going to include it, of course. But right now, I'm silly and I have to work on things a little bit at a time. Pretty much everything that's up here, I've either gone through and made completely by myself in Photoshop, or I went and like grabbed stuff off the internet, edited a little bit, and then put them on here. I was fortunate enough to be able to find these Bidoof gifts that are very cute, but like being able to go through and make a counter and learn all this stuff, like all those bubbles, they're the same bubble. Exactly the same bubble. Just slightly edited. And then, like, making this cool little gradient and everything, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm doing so much just by doing this. And it's like, in reality, it's not doing really anything. We now passed 500. We have 500 Bidoofs in the bag. But still, whenever I come down to it and I look at this and say, yeah, I'm making amazing content. To me, it's just hanging out. All by myself, and people get to look at it and everything. Almost feels like a journal, but like video form. I guess that would be a blog. But it feels even less formal than that, because a lot of them, I'm not even talking. I'm just playing a video game. So the fact that I'm sitting here and I'm talking to myself this entire time because no one's in chat with me, and everyone who's on YouTube comes in, says, hey, that's cool, you spent a lot of time doing this, I'm gonna watch 2 minutes and dip. I don't mind. If content's not for you and you don't like it, that's fine. Sometimes it's not built for people. And I know that this is a lot more laid back, and I'm just going through, catching the same Pokemon over and over again. We were fortunate to get a random spawn for something else today, which makes it really nice for me, because now I actually have a Pokemon I can play with, and it's not just, okay, you have no shinies, and then you go and catch other stuff. But having it where I can kind of just sit down, relax, and like de-stress from work, even though like it's supposed to be something super stressful because I'm sitting here playing in front of a bunch of people, and in reality I'm playing in front of myself. And being able to just relax and do something like that, it's nice. And anyone who does watch my content and enjoy it, I really do appreciate it. And I hope to have it where I'm able to make somebody's day just by walking in a circle. I really doubt that's the case, because most people see it and they're like, eh. But no matter what, I'm having a good time, and I hope y'all are too. I don't know who I'm referring to. If you hear this and you say, yeah, I'm having a good time as well, please, let me know. Because I want to know that I'm doing this not just for myself. The only reason I even decided to do a crazy challenge like this in the first place is because my wife is an amazing person and says, go do dumb stuff. Go spend time by yourself, go do silly things. And even recommends that I go and do some crazy challenge like this where it's literally going and catching tons and tons of Pokemon over and over again. and hoping that eventually I will have every single one of them as shiny. In a game that's not even the main series. This is an off-series game. Now, it was super successful because a ton of people like it and still go back to it. But, like, that would be like going and shiny hunting in Coliseum or XD Gales of Darkness. Would it be hilarious to do for all of the Pokemon? Absolutely. Especially since in that game, once you purify the Pokemon, it's not shiny anymore. So, I just hope that this is nice for somebody. Because it's nice for me. And I want to make it nice for other people too. So, with that, I'm going to sign off and have a good rest of my night, which is probably going to be just going to bed and coming back to this another day. Probably do some more of this in a day or two. Depends on how I'm feeling, what's going on. But again, if y'all got names for my shiny female Ponyta that is the first one in a very long line of shiny Pokemon to come, and tell me what you got. I want something equestrian, something that is going to the races with this one. I need something. I'm not very good at this kind of thing. I was gonna name the first shiny Bidoof, Bidoof FF for Bidoof Best Friends, or Bidoofs Forever. Bidoof BFF, Doof FF. I don't know. I'm not good at this. I know that there has to be somebody out there who is better than I am at this, so yeah. Let me know. Y'all have a good one. If y'all somehow liked this content, tell me in the comments. Hit me up on Twitch. Show up on YouTube. Say something on there. I want to have a good time just like y'all do. Catch you on the flip side.